Ill Sound Radio, we back in the building.
Yes, sir. We checking in with our guest for the day. We got Hunter iLLANOiZE, CB Beatz in the building. How's y'all feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. Thank you for having us on the show.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Thank you for sliding through.
You know,
with your name being Hunter iLLANOiZE, are all your days amazing?
Most of them, but you know, everybody has their days sometimes. But yeah, most of them.
Well, where you come up with the name from?
I did like what Childish Gambino did, and just like put my name in like a random rap thing, because I used to rap as a joke in high school, and that's where I got my name from, and I just stuck with it.
You was doing like skits and stuff? Rap skits?
It was like I would diss my friends as a joke, so like I would make a diss about somebody, but it would be a joke. So,
okay.
Yeah.
But it was good though.
It was good. That's when people told me like I should start taking it serious and start rapping for real. So
that sounds like the origin of a TV show or something.
Yeah.
What gave you that idea to be like, man, I'm just finna make up a rap, but on some funny shit?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I've always just been a huge hip hop fan, and I was like, oh, let me see if I could participate in it in like a way that I could do it. And Distant People was like the first, like as a joke, of course, but Distant People was like the first thing that came to my mind. So I was like,
are you into like battle rap?
I watch it. I watch like battle rapping, but I don't think I would be like good at it personally. But I fuck with like the
Nah, you good?
Okay. I like the concept of battle rapping a lot. I think it makes people really, really good rappers if they can battle rap. So
for sure. Now, how did y'all two link up and everything as far as doing music together?
Well, this is how the story goes. So I posted a beat like on my Instagram or whatever, maybe about a year and some change ago, and it was just like one of them super cool beats. Like I had like like cars, Japanese cars drifting like in the background, and she had reached out and asked like, you know, if she could have the beat and stuff. So like back then, like I already heard of her before, but like I didn't think at the time like I would, you know, work with her. But at the time I was like, you know what, I think we might have some kind of chemistry. So I was thinking like, you know what, I might as well. I'll just send it to her. When she sent me back, you know, what she recorded, I was like, oh wow, like we got to do a project.
For sure.
You know, so I think I had sent another beat and she sent it back. And like that second song was like even better. I'm like, oh yeah, we definitely gotta lock in, because I'm the type of like producer where like if I see like an artist and I know like they kind of got potential, then and if the chemistry is there, then like I would definitely like, you know, work with them, you know, because I always, when it comes to me, I love putting the music first. Like I love music, you know, before, you know, like money and all the other stuff like that doesn't matter until later on. You know, when I see potential, like I know like, yeah, this is who I need to work with. So we just locked in from there. It's been like a year long run, and you know we dropped it.
So what amazed you the most about Hunter iLLANOiZE? Was it the turnaround time? Was it what she did with the beat? Was it the connection? Like what was it?
So I feel like with her style, it was something unique that I never heard before. So at the time, I was like, this could potentially be like the next like raw like Chicago R&B artists, and I don't think I worked with any, you know, R&B artists at the time. It was just like all hip hop, and like for years I've been making like R&B type beats, but I never knew like the, you know, who to send them to and stuff. So when I, you know, saw Hunter stuff and some of her music, I was like, you know what, let me just give it a try, send her some things, and I was like, yeah. So I think we definitely gonna be locked in, you know, for the future projects and stuff. So
what made you reach out to him?
the beat was so raw. The melody was like pretty, and I love melodic beats that if I can't listen to the beat, and I won't listen to the song. So I'm very big on melodies, and it was like a melody that I never really heard before, and I was like, I need to get on this song. So
did it help you a lot locking in with him like y'all did?
Yeah, it's really easy to do a project when the chemistry is just right, and like, you know, we're on the same page and stuff. So it was really, really a good experience. I had a lot of fun making this tape. So
now,
yeah.
Going from funny rapping, you know what I'm saying, to singing, like what was that transition?
Yeah, my first project that I ever dropped called Boot Camp was actually me mostly rapping, and then I started singing more because I was going through a lot of, you know, in my personal life, and it wasn't really in my spirit. I didn't feel it in my spirit that I could rap and, like, you know, be as aggressive as I wanted to be. I needed to, like, sing the pain out. So, like, that's where I started my singing from, and I've been doing it ever since. So, yep.
Was that like a good formula for you as far as like actually did it actually help like ease your personal life?
Yeah, in a way, but from an artist perspective, when you're in that headspace and you're just like, okay, I'm gonna work on music, it kind of gets dark, and you should take breaks when you're in that headspace and making sad music. But it does help heal and like, you know, for you to just get it out and put it on a beat.
For sure. Now I got in tune with y'all and like on like 2 different accords. I think first time I met CB was at Kilt Carter's crib. I think I was I was doing an interview with Kilt and you was there. And then you went on to doing the producing and, you know, recording your own personal project. And I met you through iLLANOiZE submissions, you know what I'm saying, through boot camp. And it's crazy because, like, looking back, like, on my way here, I was actually listening in my room, too. Oh, wow. And there was what was that? It's Divine, what's on that? Divine something? What
Circumstances, yeah.
Man, that's slid. And I'm like, I can only imagine hearing something like this on the E-Way at night. So, like, what do you aim for with your music when you make it?
Yeah, I record at night strictly.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, so I'm very into recording at night, and I think it's because I don't smoke anymore. But when I first started making music, I would do it when I was high, and I think that mindset has kind of stuck with me since then. And I try to make music that would sound really, really good if somebody was under the influence listening to it. So.
Is that why you stopped smoking? Because like it's like the headspace now.
Yeah, definitely. It makes me anxious, paranoid, all of that. So like I'm just
That's why I slowed down on it a lot because I feel like once you hit a natural high in life, it's just that every day, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Yeah.
To me, when I first turned on the project, like the first 2 joints, they seemed like some spiritual songs. Like you was coming from a spiritual place with it.
Yeah.
Were you?
For sure. The first song, By Faith, is just me really talking about what it's like to be me, you know, someone who has like all these responsibilities to fulfill day to day. And I said in the song, this is my cross and I carry it well. And I think that's just like the gist of that song. And I think that was really special and like relieving for me to just finally say it out loud. Like I know that I have a big cross to bear, but I do it well. So
that's
yeah.
That's major right there, what you just said. Now, with all that being said, CB, how did you know, like, her as an artist? How did you carry on the responsibility of, like, producing something of that nature? Because you got a lot of artists that won't really tap into their creative side. Like, they tapped in with their creative side, but they not bringing it on, like, with who they truly are. You know what I'm saying? It's like another ego or another person they create out of their creative style. You know what I'm saying? So how is it working with somebody who giving you know what I'm saying, who giving you the real?
So I would say, like, as far as this project specifically, I think when it came to like the production, I wanted to take a minimalist approach because I want to leave pockets of room for, you know, her to breathe on the track.
For sure.
So like when you hear like By Faith or Divine Circumstances or some of the other songs, you know, it's not a lot going on. It's just, you know, a few drums, a few instruments, and maybe just one melody, you know, besides the switch up in By Faith. But with artists, you know, I would say more specifically with like R&B music, like you have to leave that space for the artist to breathe and, you know, get their thoughts and stuff. So I didn't want to, you know, usually with hip hop, you know, all the hi-hats and, you know, just the craziness going on, you know, I want to like leave that out. So that's why like some of those tracks, they just sound pretty simple, but you can hear like that there's a lot of room in it, you know. So
you did the samples and everything too. Whose idea was it for the sample selection?
It was both. So sometimes like I would use his drums, and then like I'd be like, oh, this melody sounds good on it. But for like beats that we exclusively did, like we were like in creative control of everything. But beats that we came together on was like his drum or his melody, and then like my, you know. So we just kind of came together.
Yeah,
so.
Y'all had that air out.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all had that air out for that one.
How long did it take for y'all to just get in the flow with each other?
It was pretty like instant, honestly. Like I like whenever I work with another producer, I like for them to kind of like set the tone of the sound, and then I'll kind of follow their lead with like whatever and matching it. So it wasn't that. It took really fast because we just have chemistry like that. Like I think our musical brain was on the same track at that time. So
yeah, and I think like making something, well, for me, making something like new and something a little different is kind of like getting me out of my comfort zone. So like I'm kind of glad that, you know, we was able to come together and like make this, you know, project, because before then I still kind of wouldn't know what to do with these kind of beats that I'm, you know, producing and stuff. So yeah.
Explain that though, like you making beats. I don't know if it's for the fun of it or you were just waiting on that specific person to come across, because it's like that person may have never came.
I kind of feel like I was waiting on that specific person to come across, because before this, like I didn't exactly know like what to do with these specific, you know, beats. And I feel like just with producing, timing is everything. You know, there's a time, you know, I might have a beat, or any producer might have a beat from maybe 3-4 years ago that's just been sitting around, and then the artist comes by and he's like, oh, I can go back through my catalog and see like, oh, okay, this is the beat that I made that, you know, is, you know, good for the timing right now. So yeah.
Sound Radio, we back in the building.
Yes, sir. And we checking back in with our guest Hunter Amazing and CB Beatz. So I got a question for y'all, because it's like you know what I'm saying, it's like a real mellow, straightforward vibe in. So I just want to ask y'all, do y'all be meditating?
I used to, but I need to start getting back into it, because it really does help you like feel relaxed and calm. So
It does. What about you, CB?
He like,
Nah.
hell,
Y'all just be
I
chilling.
just be chilling, yeah.
For sure. This feel like, to me, I don't know. It's just everything flowing. It feel like a meditation room, man, to me. For sure.
She just seems so calm and collected. Like,
for real.
how do you feel like when your fans and people reach out to you about your music? Like, how does that make you feel?
It makes me. It's like a surreal feeling, like, because it's songs I literally made in my room, and like the fact that it has the power to resonate with people and people enjoy it and tell me how much they enjoy it. It kind of gets overwhelming sometimes, but it's really been really cool to like see how it's grown and stuff. So
I like to ask. Hold up, my
I
bad.
know you good talk.
I like to ask artists, like, when you making a song, are you making it for yourself because that's how you feel in the moment, or are you making it with the hopes that it can connect with people?
I make them for myself for the most part, with how I feel, because I know inherently people are going to feel the same way, especially like if it's about pain or sadness or something like that. But I like making music for therapeutic reasons. So if I have to get something off my chest, I'm going to do it through a beat. And yeah, that's the first thing I'll do, is just like if I'm feeling sad or down or happy, like I want to immediately make a song about how I feel. So
Was those feelings the reason behind like the In My Room series?
yes, for sure. Like, very emotional, in tune with your emotions. I think it's just the essence of all the In My Room 1 and In My Room 2. So
For sure. Now you got a brand, Feline Energy. Am I correct?
Yes, I do.
What was brought about creating that brand?
It started with the civil unrest that was happening around George Floyd and all of the mistreatment and police brutality we've been experiencing for decades. And I wanted to kind of merge the message of the Black liberation with streetwear. So instead of us walking around with maybe Nike signs or Adidas signs, we could have like a saying that says like Black Boy Joy or Protect the Black Woman Today. And I've kind of taken a step back from my clothing brand because I'm rebranding, and I want to get more so into the actual fashion, so designing jeans and T-shirts and jackets and everything. So that's the direction I want to go with my brand.
For sure. How was the process of making that in such a wild period of time? Because that happened.
Yeah.
That was 2020 we talking about.
Yeah.
And it's like, to me, so much has changed in those 2 years.
It has. It was like a really, I feel like, necessary thing that I needed to do. Like, it's kind of gotten played out now. Like, people are putting those types of sayings on clothing without really doing the work behind it. But with my brand, we were doing the work, making protests, being in the streets with the protesting, like everything. So to wear those types of article of clothing at these types of events was really cool. So
For sure.
Yeah.
Now with these type of things going on for so many years, do you feel like the culture can actually shift how other people view us?
I think it's gonna take a lot, but I never want to say never. But I feel as though at this point we've been fighting for so long. It's not on us anymore to be able to make change. It's people who are very well aware of the problem and refuse to make the change that is really the problem. And that's where I want the focus to be on, is shaming those people that are not doing anything about alleviating situations. So
now, you good, bro. No, so carrying like a brand like that, it's over repeated history. It comes with a lot of backlash, a lot of people going against you. Have you ever experienced something like that for yourself when standing front line?
Yeah. Since I was 17, I've been very, very active in social justice. That was my first passion ever, was social justice. So I would go to, I don't know if you remember, but when Donald Trump was running for president, he tried to speak at Chicago, but we did not let him speak because we shut it down. Mm-hmm. I was there, and I went to a predominantly white school called St. Ignatius, and there was a lot of racist white people at that school, and I wasn't having it, and I spoke out about that. So I've always kind of been like outspoken with things that I care about and believe in. So
for sure.
It's hard to be on that front line because I've never physically like protest, but I remember we talked about when they stormed Capitol Hill, and we put the video on YouTube. Yeah. And it was amazing how many people negatively commented on that video. It's like, how did you even find that? You know what I'm saying? So it's tough when you speak out against injustice in any type of way, because they gonna attack you. They gonna come from you, and they gonna try to destroy your credibility. So how do you, just being in a predominantly white school, like, how did you have that tough skin to continue that fight every day?
Yeah, I think it's just something I was born to do, and when you have a mission that you're sent here to fulfill, you don't let stuff like that bother you. It only fuels you, in my opinion. It fueled me to just keep going, because I know what I'm doing is right, because if it has them this up in arms, like, there's a reason behind that. So
for sure.
Yeah.
Now I was watching the Joey Badass interview last night. It was like, I think it was with like Hip Hop DX or something. It was like an interview. He laying down he was laying down on the bed. I guess they had like a bed in the booth, but he was talking about things like past lives and like reincarnation. Yeah. How he still sometimes talk to Capital Steez and everything. Do y'all believe in like stuff like that, like physical form reincarnations, things like that?
Wow. I haven't never really gave it too much thought, because thinking about stuff like that, it kind of like scares me low key, but it's very well possible. Like, I've seen those stories where there are little kids who like remember their past life very well, and it's just certain things that they say that it's crazy. Like, it's very well possible. So
for sure. Yeah. What about you, CB?
To be honest, I kind of think about stuff like that all the time, but that's kind of like a thing, like before you go to bed, you be having all those kind of thoughts and questions that you gotta like get on your phone, you gotta Google, or you just be having your mind racing. Like, that's
when I was watching it before bed.
That's the kind of thing I would like think about, before I go to sleep. But in some way, I do kind of believe in that. I always wonder, just how vast the universe is and the way the universe works, So I definitely keep that in mind. That's something I am very curious about.
Man, so. Bro, I ain't gave it no thought till he was really talking about it. Then he said something like, I got a mark on the middle of his head. He said he felt like he got shot in his past life or something because of that mark. I have no clue, but it was just tripped out, bro. So I just felt like I had to ask. You believe in that, Jay?
They say that's what a form of deja vu is.
Like
you live in that moment before. Like, you be like, man, this literally happened before. I done had like 6-7 moments of deja vu.
I had so many.
I remember this happening, but it ain't happened. Like, I just lived that moment. And I do actually believe in reincarnation, because it's like everything on earth is energy and a spirit, you know what I'm saying? So when we die, our spirit gotta go somewhere.
For real,
the energy can't be lost. I think that's what the saying is. It's crazy. You know how they say like the birthmarks you have is kind of like supposed to be something like in relation to like your past life or like whatever happened.
Yeah.
You know, so
That'd be crazy though.
Yeah.
For real, like spiritual energy is real and it's crazy. Like you got some that's meant to tame that spiritual energy, and some people it set them free. You know what I'm talking about? So, man. But yeah, on another note, man, that's just that's
we getting a little too deep.
Nah, for sure. I had to ask that. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all really conducting yourselves, in a calm and efficient manner. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all, it's like you're carrying out an agenda almost. So back to In My Room too. Now, if you had like one song to play off of that, to get people to draw towards the tape, what would it be? We gotta go with the producer's pick as well on that too. So I gotta ask both of y'all.
I would say Divine Circumstances, but I lost a file to that song, so it actually is not a finished song. Like I was gonna go back and redo a whole bunch of stuff, but I didn't get the chance to. And then when I tried to re-record it, it didn't sound the same. So we were just like, we're just gonna keep the original.
I couldn't tell.
Really? Okay. Every time I listen to it, I'm like, ugh. I was supposed to do this, I was supposed to do that, but I guess Queen Day / Pac Size, that's my favorite song.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah,
I ain't going to lie.
Why? Both of y'all.
I think it's the two songs on one, like they complement each other very well, and it's really just like the essence of my sound, and I think it was like my best vocal performance throughout the whole tape, so.
For sure.
Yeah, I gotta go with that one. It's just it incorporates like so much of like her style. I think that's probably like the perfect song on the tape, as I would put it. So.
Did it take you a long time to like find your comfort in the booth? Because a lot of people, they're not comfortable giving themselves on a song. That's why we hear so many artists that sound alike. So was it comfortable for you, or did it take a long time?
It did. It took maybe about a year for me to start going deeper than surface level, because with rap and like when I was beginning to put just like little music videos out of me in my room rapping, it was very playful and not serious. And then I think when my emotions literally just took over, like it was just like it was a no-brainer. I'm like, I got to put it on a song. And I think it really made me comfortable as well that I was in my room, literally nobody else. It's just me and the microphone, and that gives me the comfort to be able to really say whatever I want.
So now with your emotions, you say your emotions are fully in your music.
Yeah.
Does that like hit a switch in you when somebody play about your craft?
Yes.
I'm already knowing. You ever snapped on somebody about some music?
Yes, for sure.
I feel
Most
it.
definitely.
I'm already knowing.
Yeah. Actually, with the deluxe that's coming out, it's very fueled by a comment that was made about my music, and
you mind sharing the comment?
Oh man, it was, they were just kind of just like mocking my music and made a tweet about it or whatever. But
I haven't heard about the comment.
But yeah, it was something stupid. It wasn't even worth me giving my energy and going back and forth on. But I was like, I'm gonna get you though. Like through music, you're gonna hear me.
And
so
that deluxe is like a watch this.
Yeah,
this track coming soon.
Right back to the roots.
Yeah,
for sure.
Could we expect a In My Room 3?
For sure. That's probably what I'm gonna work on next. I was gonna get back to rapping, but I think I still have the sound to fully develop and go more in depth with, because I think it is like a unique sound and something that's not really been done before.
The trilogy.
Yeah.
Do you ever find yourself like fighting yourself with like, man, I really want to rap, but I'm feeling this right now?
Yeah,
you know what
that's
I'm saying?
literally what I was going through for about like maybe 2 weeks, and then I was just like, I'm not even gonna fight my spirit. What my spirit tells me to do, I'm gonna do it. So yeah, I'm big on like letting my spirit guide me with what I have to do when I have to do it. So
now, since we in here, I want to ask about it. Like, from when you dropped like Atlanta, your tape, to like now, is that like you giving the same you, or what is like? What was your thought process with Atlanta versus now?
Yeah, well, Atlanta was supposed to be my, I guess, just showing you all that because I personally believe that Atlanta is on top of the rap game. Everybody out there is killing it, and I was like, if I can get on beats made by or made popular by these rappers and do my own thing, then I know that I'm raw and I'm unstoppable. So that was like the overall reaching point with that. I was still kind of going through stuff, so you can hear it in the music too. But I think with In My Room too, it's so different because we were able to have our hands on every single part, like the beat, engineering, the overall sound. So that's why, like, I think it's more so me on In My Room too, as opposed to Atlanta.
For sure. That I ain't gonna lie, that that freestyle on Atlanta, when I checked that out, that really made, that was like, that turned you into like a real artist for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I like when people make music that, you know what I'm saying, you can really feel that. You know, versus, like I say, you got to make a creative version of you versus when you can just draw it in for really what you talking about. You know?
Thank you. I really appreciate
no problem,
it.
for real.
And I will say every time that me and Aaron get on the song together, Baby Doll, y'all should check her out.
For sure.
That's like that's been my best friend since I was like 14. So whenever we get on a song together, it's just gonna be. She always knows where to take it just to make it like that perfect song. So yeah.
Would y'all ever make a joint tape?
Yes, we that's something that we really want to do. But we're both, like I said, big on spirit and timing. And when the timing is right, we're gonna definitely sit down and lock in and do that.
Yo, it's your boy Biko. Make sure you head over to the Apple Store and Google Play Store and download the iLLANOiZE app right now. From there, you'll be able to stream iLLANOiZE Radio live every Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m., as well as stream podcasts, watch interviews, check out the latest news, and so much more. So head over there to your App Store and download the iLLANOiZE app.
Ill Sound Radio, we back in the building.
Yes, sir. We checking back in with our guests once again, Hunter Amaze and CB Beatz. Now I got a question for you, CB. What's one thing that you want people to get out of your creative style? Not just with the production, but just with everything you do. Like, what's your end goal with what you try to do? What you implement onto your game?
Man, that's a good question.
For sure. Cause man, we was just like before the show, we was chopping it up, bro. We was talking about games, we talking about tech, we talking about producing. So like, you got your hands in so much, bro. Like, where you want this to end at, you know?
So for me, like for the past few years, every year, like I just kind of give myself a challenge to, you know, learn a new skill. You know, like so I've been producing for years, but like these past couple of years, I've been trying to get into like, you know, graphic design, 3D animation. You know, another thing that I also do is like it's like a secret thing. Like I know how to like take photos and videography. Like eventually, like I want to write scripts. I want to, you know, direct, you know, shows and movies. So you know, I just, you know how, not saying you get bored with something, but it's like, okay, you learned how to do this one task. I want to see what I can accomplish next. That's like kind of how I am. I know I kind of got like my hands all over the place, but I just like to learn stuff. You know, that's the way I kind of look at it, because like I wouldn't say producing is forever, you know, but you know, it's okay to have like other skills in your hands, so you never know, you might need them, you know, in the future.
For sure.
You know, so if someone called me like, hey, I need a script written, or I need you to direct this movie or this TV show, you know, maybe just a small music video, then hey, I know how to do that. I have expertise in like all kinds of areas of you know, media and stuff.
For sure. Now, when I was in school, like I can honestly say I feel like school could have did a lot better with what I was going there for. But like the main thing they stuck out to me was like, get your hands on everything, cause this shit is ever evolving, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's gonna be so much things. Then a lot of times, me personally, what I took away from that is like, today we don't even know who we are for real. You know, we think we somebody, but bro, 10 years down the line, we might go do something totally different. You know. Yeah, so ain't really no telling, bro, for real.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, with Chameleonaire, how you know, he was a rapper and stuff, and then now he's all invested in all these tech companies, and he got like all these business and stuff, and like he's a millionaire for real now. And then you got some rappers that were just rappers back then, they was on and popping, and now like I don't know if they broke or not, but you don't know like what their story is, you know, 10, 20 years down the line. So it's kind of like you got to adapt, you got to change, you got to make sure that, you know, you have a versatile like portfolio of the things that you do. So.
For sure. Then leave it to the he say, she say, that people will tell you comedian that broke when he really not. He got real money right now. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Same with like Nas, like, you know how he invested into like that ring company, you know, with the doorbell and stuff, you know, stuff like that.
Got that bread in now.
Looking back on everything y'all have been through in life, like what advice would y'all give to y'all younger selves?
Stay true to yourself. Never change. Everything you're looking for is going to come to you by merit of you staying true to yourself. So
For sure.
I would say, just be yourself, be patient. Timing is everything.
Real talk.
Don't rush the process.
All right, what can we look forward next from both of y'all?
the deluxe is coming sooner than soon. That's gonna be, like I said, a very interesting ending to the tape because it's fueled by something very specific.
We checking for it.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, and then hopefully, after we're done with, In My Room 2, we can move on to the next one, In My Room 3. So.
For sure.
For me, definitely looking forward to trying to make a In My Room 3, finish the trilogy. Me separately, probably start working on, maybe my second production album. The last one I had was in 2017 with On My Way, and I had like a compilation of different Chicago artists on there. So hopefully I can, start to work on that project this year. Because, I've been in college and stuff and really ain't had the time to, create it. So that's what I'm probably aiming towards. So.
All right, now before we get out of here, tell everybody how they can get in tune with y'all, stay in tune with y'all, find everything y'all have going on.
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram at Hunter Amazing. You can follow me on Twitter at Hunter Amazing as well, but the E in Hunter is an actual 3. So, yep.
You can follow me at CB Beatz. It's with a Z, not with a S. Once again, it's with a Z, not with a S. And because people get it confused. And it's the same for all platforms, so for everything. So,
all right, Jimmy, talk to the people.
Yes, sir. Hey, man. First off, I want to shout out CB and Hunter for coming through, man. I just want to tell y'all I enjoyed the project. You know what I'm saying? I've been in tune with both of y'all just about as long as I've been with iLLANOiZE. I'm going on year 4, so that's, time flies for real, And like y'all really doing y'all thing with the musical growth, and just to see y'all connect, you know what I'm saying, to make something special. And I just want to ask this because I already got my mind made up on it. Do y'all think y'all just dropped the classic?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
I don't think there's any other project in the city that sounds like ours, and I'm confident with that answer.
For sure, I had to check it out because I've been listening to it, and I checked it out on the way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't listened to it in the car yet. I'd be like, shoot, it's In My Room. I've been listening to mine too, But I listened to it in the car today. I'm like, yeah, I gotta ask that. Cause I could hear it in the sound, So, yeah, keep doing y'all thing for real. I enjoy what y'all do musically, artistically, anything y'all get into, man. Keep it up. The sky's the limit, Stay safe, stay grounded, Hunter, keep pushing the feline energy, So keep pushing that. Stay safe, and hey, fight for what's right always.
Facts.
For sure. And make sure y'all follow Ill Sound Radio, ILL Sound Radio. Follow Groove Nuke, GROOVNUKE. Go ahead, download that iLLANOiZE app, man. Streaming music 24/7. Catch us every Sunday, 12 to 2. iLLANOiZE Radio, 4 to 6. Fusion Radio, Chocolate Baddie Show, man, and all the other DJ mixes. And Jay, what you got to say to him?
I'm gonna double down on what Jimmy say. Download the app, follow iLLANOiZE Radio, Ill Sound Radio. This was my introduction to both of y'all, this project. And, Chicago has a certain sound. So it's a beautiful thing when you hear Chicago artists creating their own path in their own lane. A lot of artists, they scared to jump out on that ledge and experiment with sounds and, play with their voice and actually give people them. And I always tell people, like, if you want to grow a fan base, be authentically you. So salute to both of y'all, man. Y'all say y'all got a classic.
Sure.
Classics last a long time, you know what I'm saying? So salute to y'all for just having that confidence. And I don't know what it takes to put out a project or when it's the green light to go, but salute to both of y'all. Keep doing what y'all do.
Appreciate it.
Don't stop for shit. Don't change for shit.
Most definitely.
And only sit in rooms where people appreciate y'all.
Of course. Thank you.
Mandatory.
Right. And until next week, this is Ill Sound Radio.
Signing out.